Y'all, y'all. I'm ready to tell my story about how I feel like I got level 1 autism, okay? Now, first and foremost, I would like to say that people with level 1 autism, so to speak, are very intelligent with high IQs. Like, we can figure things out. We can piece the puzzle together, without anybody's help, all by ourselves. We have a lot of common sense. We are very intellect. We like to think. We like to expand our knowledge and, explore new things. So don't underestimate somebody with a person with, whether it's autism or, see, this is how I know. I'm not gonna even edit this video. I'm not gonna cut nothing out. This is exactly how I know I got level 1 autism. Cause sometimes, let me start from the beginning. Like, back when I was younger, I was awkward. I was very awkward. It was hard for me to make friends. People thought something was literally wrong with me, like really wrong with me, because I wouldn't talk. I wouldn't speak to nobody. That was to teachers, students. I just wouldn't open my mouth to anything. I wouldn't answer questions. I wouldn't try to spark up a conversation to make friends and stuff like that. I would do none of that, So I knew that something was different about me, but I didn't know exactly what, because, I was still in this young mind frame and stuff like that. I wasn't, even thinking too much into it, I guess, so to speak, but I knew that I was weird as far as hand gestures and the little things I would do, like with my hand, making my hand talk and stuff like that to feel more comfortable around people. And, and then I do things with my hands, like rubbing my hands together sometimes, or doing this and stuff like this and not making eye contact. I feel like that falls under the umbrella of anxiety. And I was just different, set apart from, the other kids and stuff like that when I was younger. And as I got older, I kind of grew out of my shell. But at the same time, I still got these weird ways. I still have these ways about me that sets me apart from other people. And one thing else I also hate is eye contact. I also hate eye contact. I'm just adding that to this video, to the previous video, because I hate eye contact, which I feel like falls under anxiety as well. So I got a whole lot of anxiety. Public speaking, I really can't do. Being around large crowds is really hard for me. And, talking to people, involving me starting the conversation, that's on very, very rare occasions, because I rarely do that. I don't do that as often. I don't do that at all, to be honest. Not as often, but at all. So I had to say that again because I had to catch myself. But I feel like I've always been this way. I feel like my heart be racing fast, and, when I'm around people and, when I'm talking on video and and I be twitching and I be jittery and stuff. I be moving around a lot. I move around a lot because, I be trying to find my way of staying comfortable and stuff. But, that's a whole lot of anxiety. So I'm attached to a whole lot of anxiety, so that's a lot to do with my level 1 autism. That's what I'm gonna call it and stuff. So, yeah, it's just a lot to know about myself that I figured out, and I learned about myself that, made me realize that I have level 1 autism, and I still accept me and I still love me. There's nothing wrong with being different. Different is good. It's what sets you out, is what, make you stand out. So having level 1 autism never fazed me. And, when I figured out I do have it and stuff, I'm still going to always be this happy person who like to laugh and like to joke, like to smile, like to have a good time, have fun, and stuff like that. But like, it was hard growing up, mainly, because I just felt like I couldn't make friends and I didn't know how to make friends and I was scared all the time, and I was just bottled up and, I just didn't know how to express myself or be myself, around people. And it was just hard, just doing little things that I did was being so weird and stuff. People thought that it was crazy because like they thought I was just weird. And that's what I got bullied for, sometimes, and for being not talking to people and being